Well, our first guest this week is joining us on the phone, Mr. Scott Kettle. Scott is the CEO of a company called Gawk Incorporated. They're one of these unique companies, and the name of the company is also their ticker symbol, GAWK. Scott, welcome back to the program.
Thanks, Don. It's a pleasure to be talking to you.
Well, we're really excited to have you back on the program, reinitiating coverage of the company. Been a while since we last spoke to you. Why don't you tell us again what Gawk does?
Certainly. Gawk Incorporated is a cloud communications provider. We offer a suite of unified communication services to small and medium-sized businesses, both here locally and abroad.
Well, it's such an interesting concept in space because, you know, just a few years ago, if you talked about clouds, you were laying in a field and looking at the sky. And now, of course, cloud computing is all the rage. I mean, it's really grown in the last 4 or 5 years, hasn't it?
Oh, my God. It's an explosive growth sector. And many of the leading market research companies out there only show that we're at the beginning of the sector. For example, Gartner is estimating that this industry is going to grow to a $244 billion market by 2017.
Now, basically, for someone who's hearing about cloud for the first time, or maybe they've heard about it and they don't really quite understand it, can you give us like a couple of sentence explanation of what cloud technology really is?
You know, I get that all the time, Don. People are asking me, what is the cloud? Where is the cloud? And, quite honestly, in the simplest terms, cloud computing means storing and accessing data and programs over the internet instead of from your computer's hard drive. And in all reality, the cloud is just a metaphor for the internet.
Well, it's really kind of, if you take a look, I use this as an example when I'm explaining cloud technology to people. It's kind of like Facebook. Facebook's technology and software is not on your computer, yet you can access it from your computer or your mobile device or your tablet, whatever the case may be. Would you say that's a good example of what cloud computing is all about?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Facebook has their website, their application is spread throughout the internet, so that way their end users all get have an experience of using Facebook, that is second to none.
Now, of course, your customers are not worried about Facebook, but they're worried about software, applications, that type of thing. And because of the cloud situation, that software is always up to date, so to speak. I mean, it doesn't sit on your computer and become obsolete there. As an update comes along, it becomes automatically updated on their computer, correct?
Oh, absolutely. With our cloud infrastructure that we have, we currently are located in 21 countries, 32 cities, and everything stays up to date and provides a distributed architecture for our clients to optimize their sites, etc.
Well, once again, the company's Gawk Incorporated, GAWK. As I mentioned, we've reinitiated coverage of the company. We're going to have a long interview with Scott very soon in a subsequent program. Scott, pleasure to have you back on the program. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Don.